already know, what are you doing? It's your girl, Baby K, and welcome to the 6th episode of One TV Quarantine Edition. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired of being in the house. However, quarantine is not over yet, so please continue practicing safe social distancing. And if you haven't been, shame on you. One TV wants everybody healthy and happy so we can have a great summer 2020, and I want my summer, so let's get it poppin'. For our first segment we have for you today, we have a public service announcement made by Aspect's very own Ariana and Jakira featuring Joshua Donson called Life. Let's check it out.
A question that is asked throughout the world today is, what is the purpose of life? For some, it might be to build a family, or it could simply mean obtaining success. We may not know it, but everyone's purpose is to fail at some point in their life. We were not placed on this earth to have the perfect lifestyle because, quite frankly, it's not possible. If all we do is sit and dwell on our life right now, how are we going to move forward? Going through life is about progressing and becoming a better person than we are today. Is this process going to be easy? No, but that's the beauty behind it. You get to grow as an individual, not only physically but mentally. Life is like a roller coaster. We are always going up but constantly brought down by many things. Obstacles are going to appear in our path, but what we have to do is overcome them. Instead of worrying so much about the past and our mistakes, we have to learn to use them as lessons. Lessons is the reason behind us growing in every aspect of our life. Don't get me wrong, there are going to be dark times in life, but there is always a brighter side to the picture. It may be a cliche line, but you really only live once. So yes, go travel the world. Yes, go to that party. And yes, go follow your dreams. Because every moment you live it to your full potential. Because tomorrow is never promised.
Wow, what a beautiful look on life. And a great reminder that during this time, trouble will not last always. And we can get through this together. And I know being inside may seem like a drag, but there are so many new hobbies and things you can do to pass the time. You can paint, write, start a YouTube page, catch up on some Netflix, or even chef up a new recipe. And as a special treat, pun intended, we have our own science teacher, Mr. K, showing you guys a new delicious and easy treat to make. Roll it!
Hi, my name is Mr. Kirstein. I am the anatomy and physiology teacher at Franklin High School, and one of my favorite hobbies at home, as most of my students will tell you, is that I love to cook. So today I'm going to teach you how to make fish tacos. So the first thing we're going to do is make one of our taco accoutrements, pico de gallo, for which you will need these ingredients. 1 whole diced tomato, some red onion or white if you don't have, 2 or 3 cloves of minced or crushed garlic, a handful of chopped cilantro, lime juice to your personal taste, some kosher salt, and freshly ground pepper. Start by crushing or mincing your garlic, then chop up your onion, tomato, and cilantro. Add everything to a bowl and mix it together. Don't forget to taste your food. All set here. Onto our guacamole, where we will need avocados. Cut all the way around to separate the two halves, then twist. Strike and twist the pit to remove it, then scoop out the inside with a spoon, or just squeeze if they're overripe like mine are. Mix it up with a fork or masher, then don't forget to taste for seasoning. I think mine needs a little more cilantro, so I'm going to chop some up. Mix it again, give it a taste. Much better. Last up in our pre-taco prep is making our taco seasoning, for which you'll need 2 tablespoons of chili powder, 2 tablespoons of cumin, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 2 teaspoons of salt, and a teaspoon of pepper. Add all the ingredients to a bowl and mix together with your baby whisk. If you want to add something else, you can add cayenne for some more spice. Put everything into a small container. This way you can save it for a future meal. Finally, onto our fish. For fish tacos, you want to use any type of whitefish. I have tilapia here, but you can use mahi-mahi or something if you want to go a bit higher class. As with any meat, pat down your fish to remove any excess moisture. Sprinkle both sides with your taco seasoning and rub all around to make sure everything is nicely coated, just like you're DJing a house party. Now that we're ready to cook our fish, heat some olive oil in a non-stick skillet over medium-high heat and lay in your fish fillets one by one. Lay away from you so oil doesn't splatter. Cook each side for about 2 minutes or until you see the white creeping up on the side of the fish. Give each fish a nice flip and cook for another 2 minutes before you're ready to remove from the heat. Once done, kill the heat and you're ready to plate up your taco. Now that we're ready to plate, I'm going to start with a flour tortilla. Spread some sour cream along the bottom. Add the tilapia right on top of that. Make sure each bite has some fish in it. Sprinkle on top some pico de gallo, and if you haven't eaten it all yet because it's so good, throw the guacamole right on top of that taco. And there you go, homemade fish tacos.
Wow, that looked good. And just in time for lunch. But that's all we have for this week's episode, so I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. Don't forget that it's okay to have off days during this time and that guidance is always there to help. But please don't lose faith and try to stay the inspirational, motivated Franklin that we all know and love. For my seniors, as a senior myself, I know how hard times are right now. None of us imagine anything like this happening, and it's difficult, but we can get through it as we do in everything else. Fortunately for us, we have a very inspirational and hardworking administrative team that are working hard each and every day to give us something at least memorable, special, and impactful. So let's take it easy on them. Of course, we need to continue to share our thoughts and feelings, but let's do it in a bit more of a respectful way, because believe me, it'll go a long way. Let's not give up faith. We can do this. I know we can. And that's all we have for you. As for me, I'm gonna go make some fish tacos. See you soon, Franklin.